Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and we're back out here in the garage for another Garage Gun Talk. And I apologize that I have not made a video in the past couple of days, but after my last video, I came down with something. It might have been the flu, I have no idea. I went to bed that night, and I had a little bit of a cough, and then it escalated quite rapidly. And I rarely get sick. I mean, my immune system is really good. And it had me down pretty much bedridden for about 2 days, So I was able to finally get up, go to work today, get through the whole day, and I came home and I filmed a video out here in the garage reviewing a suppressor, the CGS Suppressors LLC Hyperion K. So I got that video done, and I got everything set up, got the script written, and the range footage edited for the Nemo Arms Omen in 300 Winchester Magnum. So that's on the agenda for tomorrow. I'd actually be working on that video tonight, but honestly, I'm a little bit tired. I know that I'm still recovering from the illness, so the fatigue at night is kind of setting in. I don't feel achy or have any chills. The weirdest thing about this illness is I didn't really have a fever except for one day. I got up to about 100, 101, but I never lost my appetite. Never lost my appetite. And normally if I get sick in the past when I've had the flu or these things, I lose my appetite. But I did not lose my appetite. I was hungry. So, yeah, I guess that's just kind of feeds into the whole thing when people say, hey, you're fat. You know, I love food, okay? I love food. But anyway, so I'm out here in the garage, and I said, I need to make a quick video, let you guys know that I'm okay. I know I have not answered a lot of comments on either channel in a little bit, so I'm trying to catch up on those. I'm way behind on emails. In case you want to email me, texasgunvault@gmail.com. You can also reach out to me on my Instagram, but I really need to do a better job about my Instagram. I don't know what it is. I just don't find Instagram that enjoyable of a social media platform. Do you guys use Instagram? Do you like it? I really should upload to that more. In fact, I tell you what, I got to be better. Maybe I should set a personal Texas Gun Vault goal to help grow the brand. Is I need to do one post a day, whether that be a gun thing that I'm working on or maybe a gun meme or something. Do you guys follow me on Instagram? And do you guys like Instagram? For me, it's like an extra thing I have to do, but I really should do it because I know it's a social media platform that a lot of people like. And I try to do my best between YouTube, Rumble, Instagram. Oh man, I haven't posted on my Facebook in a while. All these things. Oh, it's so much work. It's like a full-time job that I don't get paid anything to do. But I'm not complaining. It's a lot of fun. But anyway, I did have a couple of questions while I was down and out that I really couldn't answer. My friend Craig, local fan and subscriber, messaged me when I was in bed, and he goes, what do you think of the new Ruger, and I got to remember the model here. Is it the Ruger RXM, which I guess is kind of a collaboration between Ruger and Magpul. I guess Magpul made the grip, and it's supposed to be a Glock clone. I'm assuming a Glock 19 clone. And I did get a couple emails of people asking me about it. And obviously, I am not one of those channels that's big enough to get early access to that gun or anything. And everyone's asked me what I thought about it. Because in general, I like Glocks, okay? And in the past, I have been very, shall we say, critical of many of the Glock clones. Like, when it came to, was it Zev Technologies, I think is the name of the company. In fact, they're based like one town over from where I live. I think they're based in Plano, Texas, and I'm in Frisco. I think that's where they are, or were at one point. And I made a couple of videos, and I said, they're a good gun. I said, but it's not like they did really any R&D. I said all the parts are interchangeable. And what's so funny is a video that some people really like is, it was kind of a funny thing where I say that I admit that I'm wrong. I said, you're absolutely right. I had a Zev gun here, and was it an OZ9, I think it was, and a Glock, and my Glock 19, kind of Gen 3. And I said, you're absolutely right. Because a bunch of people said, how dare you say a Zev is like a Glock? It's not a Glock clone. And so while I'm sitting there going, I'm so sorry, you're absolutely right. It's definitely not a Glock clone. I disassembled both guns, and I changed the parts over. So I put like the Glock slide on the Zev frame and vice versa, and go, absolutely, it is not a Glock clone. There's nothing similar about the two. They just took a tried and true design and, made it look pretty. Okay, did they probably make it out of better materials? Yeah. Make it to tighter tolerances? Yeah. Did they make it look sexier and sleeker? Yeah. But I've always said, is it worth the $1,500 price point or whatever they're on? I'm like, I don't know. It's a Glock clone. It's a Glock. But anyway, so Ruger, they're kind of the opposite here. We have a Glock clone that's cheaper than a Glock. And what do I think? Now, I have not had any hands-on time with it. I've, of course, watched all the reviews, and I'll be very honest with you. Whenever those embargoes get lifted and everybody releases their review on the gun on the same day, it makes me want to unsubscribe, okay? Because unless they tell me the truth, which, by the way, we all know they got the gun for free. And a lot of times these reviewers, and this is not coming out of a place of jealousy. It's a place of, I desire them to be honest, okay? And I always tell you guys where my ammo comes from. I tell you where the guns are coming from. When I have gotten firearms from companies, I state in the video, like I got a Gearson. And I said, I got a Gearson from them. Or I know when I've reviewed like North Star Arms or so forth, I have said, I got this firearm from them. So you know ahead of time what my biases are, okay? Or if there's no biases, I'm just upfront and honest with you, okay? And many times I'll like disclose the terms of a review. And there are reviews that I turn down because the people that want me to review a product cannot agree to. So I know this is kind of a big tangent. I'll come back to my ethics, I guess we'll say. But what do I think about the Ruger? As I said, is it the RXM or the RMX? I think it's RXM. Anyway, I don't like it. Okay. Now, do I think it's going to be a bad gun? No. I think it's going to be a great gun. I think it's going to work just fine. It's probably going to shoot like a Glock. I'll probably shoot it exactly the same. If I ever get a chance to review one, I'll probably say, hey, it's probably going to get 4, 4.5, 5 stars. But is it a gun that I want to go out and buy? No, it's not. I'm not like, oh my God, I have to go down to the gun store and see this new model. Because it's a Ruger. One of my complaints with Ruger is not that Ruger makes cheaper, affordable guns, okay? And maybe, okay, am I a brand snob? Yeah, once you start getting used to the finer things, it's hard to go back, okay? And there's nothing, and please don't think I don't like, cheaper guns. I mean, for example, I recently reviewed a Bursa Thunder 380, gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I said it was a fantastic gun. It exceeded my expectations. But when it comes to spending my own money, I'm just like, well, Ruger makes good copies of other people's guns. And Ruger is very successful at making copies of other people's guns. And I don't care what you say, okay? That's all Ruger does, okay? But actually, the guns I like from Ruger are the guns that they made themselves. Like, I love the 1022. I think the 1022 is hands down one of the best 22 rifles out there. But that is a Ruger design, okay? But when you look at other guns like the Vaquero, okay? I don't care what you say. It is a copy of a Colt. Now, I know mechanically it works a little bit different, okay? I know when you open the little side of the cylinder, you can rotate. It's different than a Colt. I know that. But let's be honest, what market they were going for with that gun, okay? It's a copy of the Colt Single Action Army, okay? Mechanically, it's different. Let's say they made a copy of the Walther P22. What was it called? I actually owned one for a while. It's a copy of that. Now they have a copy of a Glock. They copy other people's designs, make them affordable. They make them okay. They make quality guns. Would I trust my life to a Ruger? Absolutely 100%. I would have no worries about trusting my life to a Ruger. They're going to go bang. And I do know from the little experience I've had with their customer service, it has been A+. I've had a problem with one of their guns that I owned. I think it was that 22 pistol. I contacted them and they fixed the problem. I think it was a ejector problem and a magazine problem. Like, it just was not right. They took care of me, okay? So I have nothing against them. I just wish that they would come up with more of their own designs, because I think that when Ruger comes up with their own designs, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. I just reviewed the, well, actually, sorry, it is a copy. I just reviewed the Ruger SFAR, and that's a copy of the POF. I can't remember the actual model, but anyway, it's like a 308 but in a AR-15 frame or receiver. I'm sorry, it's a copy. Everything they make is a copy. Everybody laughs at Colt because they do one thing, right? They make their few guns. They make the single action arming. Now they make like the Python 1911s and AR-15s, and that's it. Everyone makes fun of them because they're limited, but that's all Ruger does. They wait until patents run out, and then they just copy the design. I'm sorry. I feel like that is just cheap when other people are doing the R&D and so forth. But I know there's a lot of Ruger fans out there, and that's okay. I'm not a fan of Ruger. I've never found their guns to be super attractive. I've never felt that they were like the guns I desire. See, for me, a gun has to be a tool that not only would I trust my life to and think that it works well and I shoot well, but I have to intrinsically like it. You know, if I'm going to spend my money on something, I want it to be a blend between form and function. People say in many of my videos where I talk about aesthetics and things I don't like about guns, they'll say, you know, they do the whole macho thing. A gun is a tool. You don't need it to look pretty to save your life. You know, and they say stuff like that. I mean, absolutely. But if you're only going to buy, you know, one or two guns and that's all you're going to have, don't you want something you're going to like? I mean, for example, if you're going to go out and buy a new car, okay, you need a car. And you have a choice between this car, which is going to get you to work. It's going to get you to all the places you need to go, but it's boxy and boring and bland. And then for like, I don't know, a few $1,000s more, you get this sporty car that's in the color you want. It's sleek, it's sexy, it has like, you know, alloy rims. It has all the options you want. It's going to get you where you want to go too, maybe a little bit more style. Do you go, it's just a tool? Well, maybe for some people, but I would say for a vast majority of people, they're going to be like, I want the thing I think looks prettier and I think is sexier. And that's what they're going to go for. And that's just me. Ruger has never been a company that I look at and go, wow, that's a sexy gun. Okay. Do they make a couple of guns that I go, wow, that's pretty nice? Yeah. I guess, what is it? A Ruger Mini 14, the one with that side fold. Is it the side folding stock or the under folding stock? The one that was like on 18. That one looks really cool. But besides that, I'm like, whatever, it's a Ruger. So, will I ever review one? Who knows? Maybe one of my local fans and subscribers will get one and say, you got to try this. Let me borrow it. I don't see myself going out and buying one because it just doesn't interest me. I already own 14 Glocks, and why do I want a Glock clone when I can have a Glock? That's just my opinion. So I'm sure I've made some people mad in this video, but that's what this is all about. But getting back to my talk about my ethics, I think I've shared some stories in the past where I will tell a company, or they'll ask me, they'll say, hey, we want you to make a video. We want you to send it to us before you release it so we can approve it. It has to be positive. We're going to send you a discount code and an affiliate link and all that kind of stuff. And I go, listen. I don't do affiliate links. I don't do coupon codes. Okay. I would be more than happy to put a link to your website. I will do that. But I don't want my viewers and subscribers thinking I get some type of kickback. Okay. I'll do the review, but I cannot promise it will be positive. If you trust the product is that good, then send me one. And sometimes we cannot come to an agreement. And I just go, hey, my journalistic ethics just take precedent over anything else. So have I maybe not gotten as far as I could have? in certain things and, built up my credibility and reputation in the circles of reviewers, sure. But I'm going to do things my way because I'm not doing this to get famous, not doing this to get big, not doing this for money. I'm doing this because I'm passionate about it and I want to get people the best information possible. So, but speaking about that, there is one more thing if you're interested, and I'm curious what you guys think, because some of you have mentioned in the past that my backdrop, which is just, this is, by the way, this is just my garage. Some people have said, hey, why don't you have like a studio or maybe like a more professional looking background? Well, this is just where I am. I'm an average gun guy. And I've always felt that if I had like a professional studio where I had everything kind of laid out and presented in a certain way, that I would come across as produced. And I don't want that. But I have an opportunity that I'm curious if you guys think would ruin this perception, okay? A company has reached out to me, and I've agreed to review their products one of two ways. And what they are, they're a wall display company for firearms. So essentially, it's like where you have this, from what I can tell from the product line, they will almost like custom fit, depending on what size you need, whether you need the whole room or just a wall or a segment or what. Where you can set up rifles and pistols for display. I guess if you ever watch the Yankee Marshal, I guess it's kind of like the setup he has in his background whenever you see his live streams. And it looks like it's a quality product. And all they've asked is for me to try it out and to make an honest review of it. That's it. And if I like it, to post a link to their website. It's all they've asked. And I was thinking, they said, well, do you have like a gun room? Yeah. Would it be cool if my safe room had that? Yeah, it would be. But my wife and I are probably going to be moving here in about a couple years. So I don't want to get anything too permanent. But I thought to myself, hey, it'd even be cheaper for the company. What if I took a little bit of time and changed my backdrop here? I know I got all my coolers and other crap out here, but I got a lot of my gun stuff here. I guess we'll call it my man cave. But I was thinking about taking all this stuff out and getting rid of the famous 2x4s, and I guess leaving all of the signs up top, but everything below it, and taking off that piece of wood that's on the drywall, everything below it, and then doing that gun display, so I could have guns behind me. And also maybe kind of show off the guns that I'm upcoming in reviews or ones that I've done in the recent past. But that would just be for display, but everything else I'd be reviewing would be here on the workbench. So if I did that, but I kept everything else in the garage the same, like I still have my little alcove, I still have my license plates, all that kind of stuff, all my other junk that I have out here, would that ruin the vibe? And do you guys like the atmosphere of the Texas Gun Vault? Because I want to come across as an average gun guy. That's what I want to be. I'm not in some produced studio. I'm literally a one-man show. I'm a one-man show. I do everything from the editing to the filming to the script writing. And by script writing, it's just more like bullet point stuff of what I want to do like in each segment. It's my own time. That's it. I do my own thumbnails, everything. I do my own social media. That's it. A one-man show. So I want it to be authentic. So if I did that, would that change the vibe? Let me know, because I got to make a decision on what I want the company to send me. But I thought, because I don't want to take advantage of it, I was like, this segment of the wall here, and probably coming down to like, where the workbench is not a big area. So if I had a small segment with the hangers to make it look nice and be able to display guns, would you guys like that? And would it add to the atmosphere of the channel? So let me know in the comment section. I would appreciate your thoughts. Or do you like the vibe that this garage has? And then maybe I'll do the display in my safe room and go a different direction. So let me know, and that's it. So my thoughts on the new Ruger. I'm sure some of you guys are mad at me. And yeah, anything else that I talked about? Let me know if you have any questions. So if you made it to the end of the video, the word of the day, what could the word of the day be? Sick, because I am sick. Well, I'm actually a lot better because I'm out here, but I have been sick. I've been under the weather, and just trying to heal up, and hopefully I'll be able to film some more content. So let me know what you guys think. Tell me or ask me any questions. Feel free to email me. What do you think about my Instagram? I think that's it. So anyway, let me know in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.